Eunice, and we're here with YBETV, and this is
Willie Tarver III, Principal of Tarver Design Innovations.
So, how did you? Okay, so you're into architect now, right?
Correct.
So, how did you first start off in architect?
The first thing I did when I was an architect, I was 14, my freshman year of high school, and I got into what we called a drafting class. And once I got into the drafting class, I realized that I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Me and the teacher got into a lot of personal and private discussions about future goals and aspirations, and she asked me what I wanted to do, and once I took that class, I told her that I wanted to be an architect.
Okay, so what exactly is a drafting class for people who don't know what that is?
A drafting class is a class that you go to and you learn elementary design methods, meaning how to actually create a floor plan, how to do preliminary designs, how to talk and negotiate architectural terminology, things of that nature.
So, who was your first influence, or what was your influence for being an architect?
Believe it or not, my first influence was someone who's not in architecture. His name is Jamie Foxx. And the reason he was my first influence is because I followed his career and I saw that he did what he wanted to do through all the obstacles, through all the problems and challenges that he faced. So in seeing that, I realized that I wanted to be an architect and I wanted to, in a sense, follow in his footsteps and overcome any obstacles and challenges. So that, in turn, made me want to become an architect and aspire through any difficulties that I came across.
And what are some of the difficulties in being an architect?
A lot. Honestly, race is a big problem. I am, in many instances, one of 3 black architects and designers in Greensboro, North Carolina. So that is a big issue. Also, another problem is my youth. I'm 24 years old, and a lot of times people look at me and say I couldn't have done what I've done in my field, and so that presents a pretty big problem at times. Also, I would have to say that ability. My ability doesn't suit my age, so the things that I have done and the abilities that I have and the traits that I have and possess doesn't really match up to my age, so that presents a problem in many instances.
What are your many projects in Greensboro like?
I've worked on several projects with Teague, Floyd & Haven, which is a pretty predominant firm in Greensboro, North Carolina, such as the Fresh Market, such as the high-rises in UNCG. That's a pretty big development that's going on at the present time. Also, I worked with an architect named Major Sanders, and we've done a St. James Homes renovation, which is a project on Elm Street, and I worked on those few projects.
Do you own your own business or a corporation?
I do own my own business. It is an LLC. I started it in May 2012, and this past May was actually my first year of being in business. So yes, I do own my own business.
What influenced you to have your own business instead of being in someone else's?
My father and my grandfather. I'm a 3rd generation business owner, so owning businesses is, in a sense, what my family does. Granted, it's not, my father and grandfather aren't in architecture, we're all actually in different fields, but coming up, growing up, I was always told, have your own business, own what's yours, so you can basically set your own standards, your own ethics, your own morals, and basically be able to do what you want to do in the business profession without having to answer to anybody.
Do you have anyone that looks up to you, like you're a role model for someone, or?
I would have to say yes. I'm the oldest of 3 boys, so my 2 younger brothers definitely look up to me, as well as some of the people in the community. I do a lot of community outreach, and a lot of the kids in elementary school, middle school, even some high school students, I would have to say, look up to me. They may reach out to me from time to time, ask me questions, things like that. I do a little mentoring on the side from time to time when I'm available. So yeah, I do have a few people, I guess, that look up to me.
So what are the positive things that you tell people, like,
as far as achieving your dreams and things of that nature? Basically, never take no as an answer. When it comes down to your dream, when you're pursuing something that you love, something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing, I always say never let anyone tell you that you can't do it. If anyone says no, you can't, you're not able to, disregard any of that information, because who are they to tell you what you can and can't do, and who are they to tell you what your dreams are? So that's the biggest thing. Never take any type of negative or, in a sense, ignorant criticism from any outside source. If people aren't building you up, then they're tearing you down. So that's a big thing that I tell the youth as far as inspirational words and things of that nature.
So are there any upcoming projects that you're working on now?
Yes, there is actually 2 upcoming projects that I'm working on. One is a bar in downtown Greensboro. We're actually getting the permits and everything like that taken care of. And another one is a big development on Elm Street that I'm trying to become a part of. So those are a few projects that I'm working on in the Greensboro area that are coming up within the next, hopefully, 3 to 6 months. So.
Is there any way that we can contact you, like your contact information?
Sure. My contact information is website www.tarverinnovations.com, address 4642 West Market Street, suite number 137, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27407. Phone number 404-590-3126.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And